Good morning, all you freedom loving patriots out there. Craig Gibson here with Sons of Liberty, and this is Constitution Coffee and Service. So, to get this week kicked off, we will be brewing up Overwatch Coffee Shop Sheepdog. Sheepdog is our Irish cream flavored coffee dedicated to our law enforcement, and obviously, I need to start drinking some here pretty quick. We'll be brewing it up all week. Come on in and give it a try. Weather's getting cooler, so more and more people should be ready for coffee. Um, if the sheepdog isn't quite what you like, we have several other flavors to choose from, as well as non-flavored coffees from Black Rifle Coffee Company and our Overwatch Coffee Shop, Protectors of the Constitution. All right, so this week we're talking about the 19th Amendment. So the 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote. And it says the right of citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of sex. Congress shall have power to enforce this article by appropriate legislation. See, I need to drink some coffee this morning. Wow. All right, so the 19th Amendment was passed in May of 1919, but was not ratified until August of 1920. So, a little over 100 years ago, women finally gained the right to vote. Now, we talk about history and we talk about some of the dark times of our history. And it's funny how we seem to forget what we've overcome, what we've accomplished as a nation and as the citizens of this nation. And, it's not limited to one sex or one race that accomplished these things. We did this as a country, as neighbors, as family, as Americans. And we have too many people wandering around the streets wanting to destroy monuments and wanting to destroy history and rewrite it. The problem with that is when we don't learn from history because it's not there, then we're going to repeat it. Look at what we've got going on right now in our country. And I know there's a lot of people that are fed up with the two-party system, and I completely understand that. But I would ask, and I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. Everybody has to make that decision on their own. I hope that they will pray about it and vote for the person that is more closely aligned with their beliefs than just voting down party lines or voting based on the way somebody talks or the way any number of things. But like I said, I know people are getting fed up with the two-party system, and that's completely understandable. You look at what we have today, and really the two parties are one, just two different sides of the same coin. But I would ask that you don't waste your vote on a third-party candidate this year. And people will be like, well, that's not a waste of a vote. Well, yeah, it is. Because we've seen in the past where elections were very close and one person lost. Now, okay, there is no guarantee that the votes that went to the third party would have went to that candidate. However, given what the third party, what their platform was that they were running on, it's very likely that it would have went to the better of the two candidates. However, that candidate ended up losing because those votes went to a third party. Until we can get a third party platform across the board back into the debates, nobody really knows enough about these third party candidates to cast a vote confidently. So, I hope you guys will get out there, vote. This is And, you know, this is what's funny. It seems like every presidential election here lately is more and more important than the last one. But you look at what our country's been going through, and you look at the different parties and what they're talking about and what they're claiming. This is a very important election. And I just hope that people will take it seriously. We'll get out there, we'll vote, and hopefully something good comes of it. And we're a little over 14 days away from the election. A lot of early voting out there. Hopefully people are taking advantage of that. It is good to see the numbers of people that are actually going out and voting already, because, you know, there was the whole thing about COVID keeping people from voting. So far, so good. Everything seems to be, at least with early voting, seems to be going smoothly. So, you know, there's no reason you can't get out there and vote. And if you don't vote, then I don't want to hear you complaining and whining about it, because unless you're going to take part in the system, unless you're going to try to be the solution, don't whine about it when it doesn't go the way you thought it should. All right, guys. You watch the news, maybe. Following some of the groups, some of the law enforcement groups, some of the other groups, veterans groups on Facebook and that. We know that the police are still under attack. Even though people like Ice Cube, I believe it was, that denies that the police are under attack. Well, big surprise there. You know, in fact, most of Hollywood probably would try to argue that they're not under attack. But the fact is they are. You know, if the fake media wants to say that they're not, that's their problem. But they are. So, of course, you know, we here at Sons of Liberty, we stand behind our law enforcement. We stand behind our veterans and our first responders. Because without them, we wouldn't still be here as a nation. So, guys, if you happen to run into some of these people out on the streets, thank them for what they do. Tell them you appreciate them. And as always, faith, not fear. And be the kind of American worth the sacrifice that these guys make on a daily basis, these men and women, and their families. Let's not forget the sacrifice that the families make as well. All right, guys. Hopefully next week we'll be talking about the new limited edition release coffee that we got coming out. We're actually planning to release two. One here pretty quick, and the next one just after Thanksgiving for our Christmas release. All right, guys. You'll take care. Stay safe. And keep standing up for your rights. Keep standing up for our country, for our flag, for our soldiers, for our police, for our first responders, for our national anthem. You guys take care. We'll talk to you later.